Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm going to review Kosoku Sentai Turboranger. Well, actually, it's written as Kosoku Sentai Turboranger, but I'm gonna say the way it's pronounced. Now, the first episode, well, starts with the main villain group of the series arriving and they talk about the previous invaders that came before them, and then came the next Super Sentai team for this series. And well, when the well, the that Super Sentai team also mentioned the ones that came before them, going all the way back to Badru Fiba J. And well, during that episode, we have the narrator talking about the all the Super Sentai teams from Badru Fiba J all the way to Raibuman. And then those teams told their successor to take it from there. Now, the reason for this was because, well, back when Taborenja was new, it was considered the 10th Super Sentai series. And that was because Korenja and Jaka, well, they wouldn't be considered officially considered part of Super Sentai until some years after. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Taborenja uh, is the 13th Super Sentai series, and then consists of let's see, you have 51 episodes in the movie, and of course, it is the final Super Sentai series of the 1980s. And also, it was the first to start its run during the Heisei era. Now, in episode 2, well, some trouble was happening on Earth, or rather in Japan, Shigyu, and well, sometime after, at this high school, or as in Japan, Koko, and there was this classroom where the teacher or sensei was a woman named Yami, uh, Yamukachi Misa. And well, what happened in her classroom was that five of her students got up because they heard something, and those students are a a boy named Honoriki, a boy named uh, uh, Yamada Daichi, a boy named uh, yeah, Hamayose, uh, a boy named Hinoshi Shunsuke, and a girl named Hori, Morikawa Haruna. And yes, the reason they got out is because they heard something and they left the classroom and searched for what the wisdom were looking for. And well, what they found was a fairy or Yosei, and Joyce's name is Shiro. And then she led the five teenagers to meet up with this man named uh, Daisuke Hakase. And well, he explained to the five teenagers that what happened was over 20,000 years uh, before that episode's event, there was a war against this creature with called the Boma. I mean, this creatures called Boma, and well, both humans or Negans and fairies or Yoseis, well, they team up to fight or tatakae against the Boma, and then the Boma world is healed, you know, ever since. However, as time went on, well, humans started to stop believing in fairies, and also with all the pollution that was going on, it resulted in the Boma being released from their prison, and they started attacking Earth again as they once did. Now, Daisuke, he gave the fighting natures these things called tabu presus, and they need to supposed to help them fight against the Poma. And well, the teenagers and Daisuke, they arrive and met up with well, the main Poma group. They are a man named Reda, a man named Jinba, a woman named Jarmin, and there's a creature called Suiden. And then, well, the fighting natures, they used to the Presus to henshin, and well, for Riki, his henshin form is a red costume with a white T-shaped, yes, a stripe in the chest area, white gloves, white boots, a red helmet with a black visor and a silver mouthpiece, and he became oh Redutable. Now, Yamada, his henshin form is a black costume with a T-shaped stripe in the chest area, white gloves, white boots, a black helmet with a black visor and a silver mouthpiece, and he became Burakudabo. So, yeah, Jose, he became, his henshin form is a, no, not Jose, oh no, it was Hamayuse, yeah, that's it, that was his name, yes, a blue costume with a white T-shaped stripe, white gloves, white boots, a blue helmet with a black visor and a silver mouthpiece, and he became Blue Double. Shunsei, his ancient form is a yellow costume with a white T-shaped stripe, uh, yeah, in the chest area, a white gloves, white boots, a yellow helmet with a black visor and a silver mouthpiece. And he became Double Yellow. And Haruna, her henshin form is a pink costume with a white T-shaped stripe in the chest area, a white gloves, white boots. Oh, her costume also has a pink skirt, a pink helmet, with a black visor and a silver mouthpiece, and she became Pinkutabo. And together the five became Kousoku Sentai Turboranger, which means High Speed Squadron Turboranger. And they started to fight against the Poma. Now, in the next episode, Well, let's see. Well, what happened was that the end of episode two, there was some trouble, but eventually, I don't know, remember which part of the episode. I mean, when during that episode, but we meet the mecha for Taborenja, and well, oh, I forgot to mention that Taborenja are the first Super Sentai team that consists of teenagers, yeah, as well as high school students. As you were saying, in the episode, well, it was shown that one of the bomas, you see, the monsters are referred to as Bomaju, which means Boma Peace. And somewhere during that episode, one of them got gigantic, and so they called out the Taborenja called out their mechas, and well, each have each Taborenja has a mecha of his or her own. Now, Redo Tabo, he got WGD. Burago Tabo, he got the oh yes, Jidu Duraku. Burago Tabo, he got the oh yes, GD Jibu. Yorodabo, he got the GD Buggy, and Pinku Dabo, he got the Pinku Wagon. And when they combine, or Katai, they become, well, the five giant vehicles become the double robo. And his finishing weapon is the Gosuken, which means high speed sword, and his finishing attack is the double Kurashu. And yes, that's how they defeat many of the Bomanchu uh, during most of the series. Now, I like to mention some things about the, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the leader of the Boma is this being known as Ragorn. And yes, his goal is to conquer the world and make it for the Boma. Now, oh yeah, and also there was early in the series, well, there was this creature known as Seiyu Rakia, which means Star Piece Lakia, and well, he was one of the creatures who helped seal the Boma, during the war over 20,000 years ago. And eventually, well, of course, after his appearance in the series, well, once the Taborenja, well, yeah, there was a moment early in the series where the Taborenja they lost their powers, which resulted in their costumes being all white, but they got their powers back, and well, Rakia became in constellation, and he would watch over that, yes, the world from there, from the sky. Now, Shiron, well, she is the last fairy or last Jose, and she, well, during most of the series, she would live in a dollhouse, and she would also help the Tapo Rangers out, for certain things when needed. Oh, and I forgot to mention that, well, Daisuke, he wears these special goggles for him to see Shiro, because, well, according to Shiro, only those who believe in fairies can see them. Now, as for Misa Yamaguchi, well, during most of the series, she didn't know the 500 students or the Taborenja, and well, But of course, she is a does care for students and wants them to do well. And there was an episode where the Taborenja learned how much that she does care for them in an episode where she was turned into a child. And well, they at her home they saw a lot of stuff about it, and so that she does think a lot of them. And as much as they don't, the Taborenja don't always succeed at making her happy. They just really want to do their things and not cause any trouble for anybody. And yes, of course, means that she became an adult again. At the end of that episode, and also she kind of suspect that Daisuke is played a part in why her five of her students are not doing as well as she thinks they should at school and other things. But anyway, some episodes later, we meet this guy named oh yes Nakiraboshi Hikaru, and he is the well, he refers to himself as a wandering transfer student, and he gone has been a student to more than once, not because he was been expelled, but he just comes and goes. And in the same episode, we meet a well, not a full Boba. We first as wandering Boba, and his name is let's see, I'm trying to remember what his name was. I'll remember. I think I should remember later, but yes, oh, I think it was Baraki. I don't know, but anyway, shortly after, I mean, I think a few, yeah, that Double Ranger met him, and well, this particular, he's a half Boma and half human, and well, in his past, neither side welcomes him because he wasn't because well, yes, he wasn't either fully human or fully Boma, and then shortly, I think a few episodes later, we realized that Nakuraboshi is that Boma that the Taborenja started to fight. Now, see. Oh, I should mention there's also a movie that takes place. I don't remember which part, but it was having involved Shiron in something about, but yes, well, I guess it was like any of the other episode. No, it's the oh yes, some episodes later, uh, um, the Double Ranger started to get themselves uh, a new giant vehicle after a one of the Bomaju started to uh, cause damage to the Double Robo, and well, the Double Ranger did their best to well, hold on so Daisuke can finish completing what he was doing to help. Oh wait, before I forgot to mention that the Double Ranger eventually got a new main weapon called the see, oh, Bri Bazooka, and they will use it on a Bomaiju when it's in regular size. Now back to the new vehicle. Oh, I think not. I mean, not, no, no. But anyway, yes, the Taborenja, they but eventually, Daisuke completed what he was making, and it was a new giant vehicle called the Daburaga, and also, yeah, anyway, and the Taborenja they used it, and also the Daburaga can turn into a giant robot known as the Taburaga, and is one of his main weapons is a rugby ball that it uses against the enemy. Uh, some episodes after that, we meet this this teenage girl. Her name is Tsukigaki Kayoko, and well, she's not the most popular girl in school, and well, she got jealous when Haruna was chosen to play Cinderella, or as they say in Japan, Cinderella, for their class performance. And then a mirror broke, and nobody knew, why it happened. And then, let's see. Oh yes, well, Ricky he made up with uh, Sayoko, and well, she invited Ricky to her birthday dinner, and it was a special birthday for her, or Tanjobi, because well, she was going to turn 18, and on the day of her birthday, Ricky arrived, and well, she well, Ricky was going to drink, but drew away because well, he knew it was poison, and turns out that Sayoko's parents were these creatures, and also that Sayoko was a half. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that Sana before that, the Nakurabochi, he had this dream where he met this woman in red, and that plays later on in the episode currently talking about. Anyway, well, oh, I forgot to mention that Sayoko, she said about something about the red strings of fate, and well, she thought that Ricky was the man. I guess she was destined to be with, but no, it wasn't. And it turns out that Sayoko is also half Poma. And then she met up with Nakoroshimi, and she was told about her being a wandering Poma herself. And then I don't know what is the next episode or afterwards, but eventually she accepted what she was, and then she was given a new form and revealed that she was the woman in red that Nagori saw in his dream. And she started to go by the name Krikia. And Nagoro, I still can't remember his Poma name, but he gained a new red form as well. And the two one day Poma has now sort of fight together. And it turns out that both of them are connected by the red string of fate. Uh, see. Oh yes, episodes later, Oh, well, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that foot soldiers of the Bomas are called Urehei, which means Uru soldiers. Anyway, the oh yes, members. Oh, I forgot to mention that Suratan he can also turn into a motorcycle. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. But anyway, yes. Eventually, three of the Bomas were well being defeated one by one. Rada, he was the first to be destroyed. And the episode after that, it was Jinba, and after that, it was Jarmin, which leaves Suratan as the only ones from the beginning of the series to serve Ragorn. Of course, both Nagarabushi and Kirigia they started to well work for Ragorn. Of course, they will it was until the plan of a strategy to defeat not just the Taborenja but also to get rid of Ragorn so the world can belong to the Wandering Boma. Yeah. Also, the Wandering Boma started to ride on this bat-like creature called Tugurasu. Uh, and then, well, Ragorn eventually he was defeated, but it wasn't really the end of him because, well, somehow he managed to find a way to stay alive until he returned. He's able to come back again, and well, during that time, the Wandering Bowman they were a fighting on Tower Rangers. So, oh, and I should mention there was this episode where well, the Taborenja and their civilian forms they met up with this kung fu girl named Miga, and shortly they learned that she is the younger sister or Imoto of Misa. And what happened was that well, when Misa was visiting Mika in Hong Kong, where Mika was studying martial arts, well, Misa she talked about how trouble she was having with her students, and well, after having told her, after I heard that story, well, I mean, yes, yeah, well, yeah, she wasn't happy, but the Tower Ranger couldn't tell Misa, that the secret. Otherwise, Misa would be more worried than she really is. And well, of course, there was a woman who was turning everybody into Aryan humans, and but when Mika saw it, what happened to her sister? Well, she was upset, but and Howard was also upset because, well, she thinks that it could be prevented if she and the others would henshin. And eventually, Mika saw, that Taborenja henshin, and they, oh yes, but after she thought she took half of the uh, double bracelet, but she couldn't henshin. And eventually, she saw Misa. I mean, Shiron. But only for a brief moment, and yeah, and eventually the Taborenja defeated the Bumaju of the episode, and everybody turned back to normal. And Mika decided to keep the secret, and she told Misa, that it was want to have fun, and not to worry too much about them. That things will turn out with them in the end, all right in the end. Let's see. Episodes later, Ragorn finally appeared in a new form, and he now goes by Neo Ragorn. Now, I think a few episodes after that, well, the Taborenja learned a bit this zone of love, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention that when the Neo Ragorn, he well, it was a sort of battle which I think resulted in the Wandering Boma losing their powers or chikaras, and now they're just ordinary human beings. And for episodes they try to find a way to get our powers back. Now let's see. Oh yes, when we there was an episode that of all the magic stone of love, which is supposed to have a piece, but well, they got the stone, but nothing happened. But then well, in that same episode, that was also lost her powers, but eventually they got the powers back, and well, Sayogo and Nagoroboshi, they wanted their powers back, but they didn't gain it, and then anyway, oh yeah, I forgot to mention there was an episode. Well, Eddie were introduced to the. Oh, I forgot to mention that after the double, I think the episode, but after the double rock arrived, the double rock again also combined with double robo to become the super double robo. Oh, I also mentioned that there is this new headquarters to the double racial recycle known as the yeah, double bureau, which means double building. And I mentioned because well, there's an episode where it's revealed that that Super Double Robo can combine with the building to make the Super Double Biridu. But anyway, now both Nagarabushi and Sayoki met this man, and he revealed himself to he knew about the One Real Puma, and told him that they should just give up trying to find a virus and just be regular humans, but they don't want to become regular humans. They want to be wandering Boma again. And then one of the Taborenja, or maybe it was all. Oh, I forgot to mention that earlier in the series, well, the Taborenja learned that the reason that they were able to henshin is because, well, when they were children, they found this magic tree, which got to be endowed by fairy magic and or Yosemaho, and that explains why they're able to see and hear Shiron. Now, anyway, the Taboranger met the man that former wandering Boma was talking to, and well, it was revealed that he was also a Boma, and you see what happened was that before the battle, well, there was this a beautiful human woman who tended to his wounds, and eventually they fell in love and had a child who became the first wandering Boma, or the first child of a Boma and human, and yes. Well, anyway, then it was revealed that that child was Sayoko. But the reason he didn't tell her that is because, well, he was afraid of the shock she might have by learning the truth. Of course, during that battle, well, she was told who she is, and who her parents are and or where, and well, she was having trouble believing it because she knew she could be. But then, as time went on, as the series went on, she started to accept, where she really came from, and also both she and Kosoku got her woman powers back. But then, eventually, Kirige she didn't want to fight anymore, and tried to convince Nagarabushi to stop fighting, and yes, be humorous again, but he wouldn't listen. But then, well, at that, for my headquarters, well, Nekoropuchi, well, he started to attack Ragorn. Also, he was kind of wicked, but then eventually he realized, the damage he was causing to people, and well, Kiriya, she didn't want to lose him, but eventually, well, he managed to survive fighting Ragorn, and then we get to the final battle of the series. And well, Ragorn, he was in giant form and started to fight the Taborenja in the I don't know if it's a double robot or the super double robot, but also it was revealed that Misa finally learned the double that the double range secret, and she gave them words of encouragement to fight, so they can attend their graduation. Since it's only been a year since they started fighting the Boma as a double ranger, and well, anyway, yes, and with the help of the forming Wandering Boma, they managed to destroy Ragorn, and that was the end of the battle between the Taborenja and the Boma. And also, both Nakaroshi and Soyoki, well, they became regular humans again, and they went off to, live their new lives together. And also, the Taborangers finally graduated high school, and and Daisuke, he let Misa borrow the goggles so she can see Shiron. And well, yeah, Shiron, she also said goodbye to the Taborangers and went off to live with Rakia, in the sky. And that was the end of Kousoku Sentai Turboranger. I probably left some important stuff, but I did the best I could remember, some of the things that I think I should mention. Well, anyway, what do you think about the series? Yeah, I think it was alright. I mean, I even end up having a crush on Misa because of how beautiful she is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's a beautiful teacher, and she and if you're somebody for kids to watch this series, I do recommend it because, well, yeah, there's a few episodes with things that you should watch. I mean, I know it's not for kid shows, but standards for kid shows in Japan is different as it is in the West, and at least in America. Of course, the way kid shows are going these days, they might start showing that kind of stuff, which doesn't make things better, but just worse. Anyway, I think that's all I can say about Kosoku Sentai Turboranger. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.